Hey guys, Toni Tessler here with ToniStamps, and today we're gonna this is the second Monday of June, so today I'm doing my June online class, which is all black and white, all different stuff. So I'm just trying to find my my video so I can hopefully see some comments. We've had a bunch of issues with there I am, a bunch of issues with commenting. So if you get here, or when you get here, say hi. Give me a comment, a thumbs up, a heart, something. Let me know you're here. I'll be able to see eyeballs. But I really want to know if the commenting is working. So I just need a minute actually here to see, am I straight-ish? Yes. A little adjustment. Okay, good. I think we are ready. So yeah, I got the word out pretty late about this, but this is the second Monday and Tuesday. That's when I've usually been doing them. So again, say hi when you're here, just so I can tell if comments are working or not. Because yesterday, Gail was having trouble. I had trouble on Thursday. So far, I don't see any, but that doesn't mean anything. View more details. I'm not hitting that again. All right, so I'm just going to get into it. And if I see comments, I see them. I may do a refresh in a minute, but let's get to it. So today, this month's class, today and tomorrow, all about black and white. So we're going to make 8 cards today, or not today. This whole class, we're going to make 8 cards. We're going to do 4 designs, 2 cards of each. So today we'll do 2 cards, tomorrow we'll do 2 cards. And your kit will have 8 card kits with them. You'll also get a full pack of these brads, round and square brads. I called them black and white brads. They're round and square. So black and white. The square ones are like that size, which I am using a 1/8" hole punch for these. Then the round ones are all these teeny tiny little skinny things, and I'm just using a poker for those, which is good because then I can use my poker anywhere on the card. But so you'll get a pack of this, and I got my note to call Best Buy. This weekend has been a fiasco, let me tell you. With my monitor blew up Saturday night, so I've had to go get a new one. The sound doesn't work. It's a whole big thing. I barely got my stuff, like my ads made and everything. Like I got the monitor to work. I think I'm gonna still take it back. Anyway, I digress. So 8 card kits, black and white brads, envelopes, PDF when I ship it out. And shipping is included. So you pack it $30. I need to know that by the 23rd, which is next Wednesday. And then let me write some other dates down. So due on the 23rd, RSVP. Then I place the order the next day. So I expect delivery from Stampin' Up. I want to say July 2nd. That's a Friday because it takes me exactly 7 business days to get stuff. And yeah, I don't see any comments now that I look over. Let me try to refresh this one more time. Boop. And there is one. Oh, hello, Gail. Okay, so I don't know if I'm still going to have the problem with the commenting. It showed up when I refreshed, so we'll see. We'll see if it continues. Okay, so I expect it from Stampin' Up! July 2nd. Mail out the packets, I'm going to say the 5th through the 6th, because we've got the holiday in there, July 4th, and they'll be closed. I know they will be closed the 3rd, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know about the 5th, because the 4th is actually on a Sunday. So this is what we're planning on. It could be sooner, who knows. All right, let's get to it. So that's class packet. Let me first show you all 4 cards that we're making today and tomorrow. Everything black and white. You don't have to have any particular set. I mean, you can use other ones. So this is what we're doing today. We're using this bloom set and blossoms and bloom or something, and the new Biggest Wish. I love these. And then tomorrow we're gonna make our something with the trees and the dragonfly. So everything black and white. All right, so I'm gonna put these two away for tomorrow. And let's get started on this one. All right, so I am using, oops, let me get all my packets of stuff. For this first one, I'm using the Blossoms in Bloom stamp set. Now, I think if you don't have this, it's not going to be critical because you can color in these flowers with markers, Stampin' Blends, chalks, like anything really. But I like this set and I like all the greetings. So I picked Thinking of You, and I think I'm going to stick with that. Excuse me. Now this has, this set comes with, well, you can get it with a set of dies. So I use this thinner outline one. And your kit is already going to come with that part pre-cut. I'm going to make a different pile. Ugh. And I've used adhesive sheets. So I'm still using up, these are older adhesive sheets. And the ones now are 6x12. These are not. So what I did is I took one sheet and cut it in half. And then I just mounted that on a quarter sheet of basic black paper cardstock. Let me get this back in here. And then ran it through. It does not cover the entire back of the die cut, to see how we've got some edges there. So your kit is going to come, I'm going to try to keep it intact as possible, because some people may want to like use these bits, like place them in here again. Like you take them out and then you could put it back in. I don't know. It's just an idea. I've seen people do it. Like mosaic kind of. I don't know. Not for me, but I want y'all to have that. All right, so white envelope, smoky slate card base, 5.5 by 8.5. Fold it in half. Let me get my bone folder. Now I'm only going to go through, I'm making one of these, but your kit, you're going to have 2 kits of this, of each card. All right. So like I said, 4 designs, 2 of each. So smoky slate. You'll have your die cut. Your already adhesive die cut. I'm putting that there for a minute. This strip, this was longer and I cut it in half. So I think this was 3/4 of an inch by probably 5 inches. 5 1/8. Okay. Yep. Now I am looking at my notes. 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/8. All right. Then we've got white, 4 by 5 1/4. This is for the inside. Man, there's all kinds of little black hairs here from this die cut. Ugh. Basic black, same thing, 4 by 5 1/4. One piece for that for each card kit. Then another piece of white that is trimmed down even more. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, and I will have the measurements in my blog post for these. But this is what we're going to stamp on. All right, now I've got my Stamparatus set up. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. And I just need to eyeball where I wanted to put this again. I almost wrecked my magnets again. Ugh. Letting them get loose from me. All right, I think I put it like right here. Let me check this. Nope, over. Over. Oh, wait, more. Yep. I know I wanted to move it from where I had it set for the first time, I wanted it more in the middle and over just a titch. Okay. Yeah, but these magnets, I swear I seem to go through them like every year. I have to get a new set because I don't keep a tight hold on them and then they clack together. So I'm just using the Memento for this. Memento, this is a little lighter. Like in my sample, let me bring this in. Doesn't that look gray to you? It's the Memento. It's my tuxedo black. So, I've got another black that I like to use also for the greetings or stuff that I want to be darker. All right. And I'm just giving this a once, stamp it once. All right. Good, that's what I wanted. And let me just wipe this off with my chamois real quick since I have it. Okay. Now, if you didn't want to stamp this, you could go directly to the part, we got to pick all these bits out. Now, I know this is going to be boring, but I just wanted you to see how these will come out, all these pieces. Some of them I may have to pick off the front, like I can't push them through. Some of the smaller bits. This sticky stuff really is sticky. This adhesive sheets. So let me just push the bigger bits through. Yeah, I think comments, maybe there's just one comment from Gail. This is a little bit frustrating. And I know, Gail, you went to YouTube. But I tell you, after all this drama with my monitor, I didn't have time to figure out how to do one more new thing. I mean, I had to upgrade to Windows 10, which I hadn't wanted to do all this other time. I mean, I have this computer for probably 4 years now. I just don't like the look of Windows 10. So I still had 8.1, which should not be that big a deal. But I didn't read the fine print. Well, it wasn't even in the fine print that the monitor I got is not compatible with Windows 8. So, pain in the butt. Uploaded that, installed. Still no sound coming out. And I specifically chose this monitor because I want one with built-in speakers. How hard is it to find one with built-in speakers? Well, harder than I would like. So I may be going back to Best Buy today. And on top of that, I think I said earlier, or maybe I didn't, I can't remember. Maybe I was in our group talking. The price jumped from yesterday to today. They took the price down $100. So I'm hoping that they will, I'm going to have to call them. I'm hoping they'll give me the difference back, but I might just be taking it back anyway. I mean, it's a Lenovo, which I've never really had anything from them before. And I'll tell you, they're not off to a good start. All right, getting all this. But I think if they will give me the $100 difference, then I can buy some speakers that will hopefully work. I guess everything's more for gaming now, and they expect you to have headsets. That's what I can, from what I gather. I just don't know why you would not want to have your speakers, like noise coming out of your monitor. I don't get it. I don't want to have to wear a headset just to watch a YouTube video, you know, or do my own editing. Pain in the butt. Technology is not always great. All right, I think this is good enough. Some of these bits are just stuck in here from the adhesive. So it really doesn't take a ton of time to get all that stuff out. And you're going to get 2 of those, you know, just keep in mind, 2 of each card. All right, now which way? So see how there's like 3 flowers, 3 flowers. So that's how that goes. and you should be able to find some edge. Get this going. Maybe I should pull it all out of here first. Here we go. All right, get everything apart. Now I can tell, whoops, there are a few little, so they wanted to stick on the other side. Ooh. Maybe I should just set it down here on the, right on top of my paper. And actually, if there's a few more that are like stuck in there, I don't think I'm gonna bother. I think I'm gonna leave them. So now I'm just eyeballing, and actually I gotta drag this a little closer to me because I want to get it lined up. It does, this outline is a really good match for the flower images. Okay, ooh, I think I'm ready to set that down. Okay. So if you don't have this set that matches, you could just pick your the die cut off, lay it on your piece of white here, and then go in with different markers. Like if you have some blends or even some regular, or do some ink blending. Gotta get that a little bit stuck to my finger. All right, so you could just fill these in with color, with whatever color you want. Now these do hang off. It is going to hang off the side of the card, which it's just the nature of, you know, I probably should have turned it a little bit, so I'm just going to have to cut these off. Not the end of the world. I did it on the other one too. All right. So this card is really easy. I mean, the trickiest part was getting all these bits off out of the die cut. Man, and these little things want to stick everywhere. Okay. Tape. Adding this to our basic black layer. And if you find some bits that are sticking up, like some of these leaves, maybe along the edges, I mean, just give them another push. But remember, our adhesive, it didn't cover the entire sheet, but it covered pretty much all of the flower bits. All right, now our greeting. So this piece, like I said, was 5 1/8, and I stamped on the other side of it and just cut it off. So again, with the memento and the thinking of you, and hopefully that is straight because I couldn't really see. Yep, okay, good. See, I always think maybe my memento, I always have to re-ink it or something, but how often should you have to re-ink something? I just think it's a lighter shade because I do like this VersaFine for a really dark, crisp one. All right, so I'm going to do that there. Now, before I attach this to our card, I want to put these brads in. And Sean's going to crack up when she sees this later because I was just saying a week ago, like, oh, I wasn't sad to see brads and eyelets go. And knowing that I already had this in my stash since they brought them back. I don't know why they brought brads back again. I just thought, who uses these? I mean, they do make, they are an interesting, good if you want to hold something down, but just decorative too. Now, like I said, I'm using, this is a 1/8" hole punch, and I was just eyeballing there because I wanted, just like how I place my brads and, I mean, not brads, gems and rhinestones and stuff. I usually like 2 and 1. All right, so I'm going to put these in. And I want them to be like diamond shape. You could have yours squares if you want, but I want them at an angle. Okay, Oh, and you know what? I don't have to do that. Let me see. So you don't have to like split them. But if you wanted to, it's easiest on your fingernails if you take a poker, but you can just push the whole thing over to the side. Make sure it's where you want it. And then I give it a good, another good push. Let me do it this way. You really just want to smash it down. Okay. And then we'll add these, same thing. This one I'll split. And then the same thing, really give it a good smash. These are very, I think they're aluminum or something. They're very soft to bend. Like, they're not like prying metal apart. They're very pliable. I know the ones we've had in years past were very stiff, hard, and if you jammed them in your finger, you were sorry about that. And then I'm doing, excuse me, foam all around the edges. Let me put this on the inside first. And then I want to show you something that I have seen with other people using this. If you were using the foam that's on a roll like this, I got a new roll going. So this doesn't generally come in black, and this will work if all you have are white dimensionals. So let me see. I'm just gonna make this easy on myself and do it the whole length, plus in the interest of time, and I'm going to run it right over my brads too. So see that? That'll help keep them in place. All right, and then one for the middle. Boop. All right, so when you're using dark cardstock like this and you don't necessarily want your white foam tape to show, Sharpie to the rescue. So I want to peel these off because I don't want to color this paper tape. Let's get rid of all that. And I've seen people do this with the small dimensionals too. But so you just want to run it along the edge. And if your base paper wasn't black, you would want to be more careful than I am, because I don't care that the marker is touching my cardstock because it's black. So I just want to cover these edges, anything that you might be able to see. So I'm not worrying about the inner layers. All right. And come to think of it, since we have Sharpies in, just about every color, or at least I do, I can't be the only one, you could color your foam tape any, whatever color you need. All right, so we put this on. Careful, and I do want to drag it closer to me again, make sure I'm getting this straight. And then I'm just going to use some some white dimensionals, whoops, to pop up our greeting. And of course, when you're making two of the same card, it's going to take you about the same amount of time. So, not bad. Let's stick this on here. And there's our first card. So, I like it. And crazy how this memento, this was Tuxedo Black memento, but with the, because this is one of those distinctive stamps also, so you get you get all the details and the shading all in one stamp. I really do like those. All right, first card finished. second card, I really like it. So I have seen these for probably a year at least. Wait, let me get a little sip of coffee. With these circles. And actually, let me try to refresh. This is so annoying that the comments aren't coming up. Okay. Yes, Judy. Yep, now I have to refresh. There are several people having the same problem. Like, I know it's not me. I know it's not just me, but it's frustrating. All right, this card. So these papers, like I said, I've seen this style card, and I don't know what it's called. I don't know if there's a name, but you cut a bunch of different size circles and cut them in half, and then piece them together. And then I stamped and embossed and hand cut the greeting. This is one of my new favorite sets. Biggest Wish. You could use any greeting, so don't worry about that. And then the papers these are from the Hostess set of Designer Series paper. I think it's called Pattern Party. So one side is all like different fun patterns and colors and all that. The back sides of all these papers are black and white. So that is very cool. I love that option. Okay, so I took from my circles, my layering circles dies. I've got mine in 2 containers because they don't fit in one. But I have organized them like these are the bigger ones, these are the smaller ones. So I took all the bigger sizes, all 4 of them, and I cut 4 different sizes of paper. Where's my little white circle? I need that. I need it. That was just here a minute ago. But see how the patterns we've got colors on the back. All right, come on. Now I know. Oh, here it is. Stuck. Staticky. Okay, so larger sizes of the dies. I cut the 4 circles. You're gonna have a basic black base, 2 of them, 5.5 by 8.5, scored 4 1/4. Fold those. Then you're gonna have 2 brick embossed 4 by 5 1/4 in the black, already embossed with the brick and mortar folder. You'll have 2 pieces of white 4 by 5 1/4. It's for the inside. And then you'll have 2 quarter sheets with the notch cut out. This is for your stamping and cutting for the words. And a quarter sheet is more than enough for both cards. Like I just used this little bit for the 1 card. And then you'll have your circles already cut out. So let's start with the circles. For this one, I didn't really care about the pattern. Like I wasn't trying to have it necessarily all go this way. I didn't really care. So just fold it in half. And then I cut it. And it is sometimes a little tricky to see. I definitely have better luck cutting on the color side versus the black and white side. Now this one, the cardstock one, it's going to be a little trickier to fold because it's thicker, but it's doable. And actually I'm going to go and I'm going to give this a little smash. And again, so I'm folding it both ways. That really makes that score line stand out. All right. And you will notice, well, maybe you won't, but you can see like some wrinkling and like it's dented. I'm not worried about that because I plan on covering that whole line up. All right. This one, it's the same thing. We'll just fold it in half. And then I'm going to fold it back. Oops. And let it fly out of my hand. And then cut it. and then the last one. So this one I'm kind of like bending it around my finger just to get it going, because I don't really want it to crack if I can help it. All right, back, and there we go. All right, now we're just going to layer these. So you're going to need some glue or glue dots, whatever you want. Now I glued them the same way, so I started with both of them, and I put stuff off to the edge, so maybe not necessarily touching the edge, but you can do whatever you want. But so see how they're the same, so they're all like in this corner and this corner. Oops, we're having trouble playing this video. Yeah, but I still am live. Okay, so that was, it's just Facebook. I wonder what's going on. Gail, I thought you already had this black and white paper. I thought for sure this would have been first on your list, because I thought we could use some of this on maybe one of our classes coming up. I thought for sure you would have got this. All right. And actually I should face the line to myself, to my, so I can see the eye, you know, I can see this edge. All right, and just gluing, a little bit of glue. And they don't all have to be bunched up like right exactly corner to corner. Like I don't have to put it like right here. You could if you want, but I'm backing it off a little bit. However you do them, just make sure you do both sides the same. That's all. I think that's the key. Oof, too much glue on that one. Now this one I am going to touch right there. All right. Now these, I'm going to set these aside and let all that glue dry a little bit. But you see how we just flip one, and that's how we're going to get our two bits. And I did line them up so this black is the same. All right. So let's do our greetings. Happy birthday. I'm going to stick with that just because why not? I already have it mounted. And I am going to, I was going to say maybe I should switch and do happy in black this time and birthday in white. Actually, I will do that. Let's do it. Decided. Yep. All right. Something different. So you're going to need Versamark and some white embossing powder. And for the black, for this one, I want it to be really dark black. So I'm going to use the VersaFine, the, what is this? Onyx. So I decided, so I said, what? I'm going to do birthday in this. And this takes a while to dry, this particular ink. So I'm just going to stamp it. Nice. I like that. Very nice, crisp black. And then the other one we're going to emboss. I do want to clean this off. All right, so we need, put that off to the side. So embossing buddy. Ooh, I need to clean my scissors a little bit. So embossing buddy all over. And Versamark ink. And we're going to do happy. And then white embossing powder. Now, if you didn't have Versamark ink, if you have the white craft ink, That would be very good also. White craft ink. Still emboss it though, okay? I'm just going to hit that a couple times. Yeah, the white craft ink and then still with white embossing powder. That would be nice and bright also. And we will actually be using white craft ink tomorrow on one of tomorrow's class cards. All right, so we've got that. Let's put that up there. Let me give this a little scrubby. Get that Versamark off of there. All right, and then I'm gonna bring in my heat gun. So it'll be loud for a minute. Okay. Quick enough anyway. Now, if you didn't want to do the hand cutting, let's bring this back. If you didn't want to cut these letters out by hand, if you had dies, that would be perfect. You know, if you have some other stamp, I know people have them, so it's all good. I do too. So if you have something that cuts out the words, that would be good. Or you may just want to have it a strip, like a rectangle strip, and not do any of the cutting. It's up to you. All right, I'm going to let that sit some more, and I'll just cut this real quick. So it is a little hard on the eyeballs, fussy cutting black, even with this white border. So I'm just doing the best I can. But it's certainly not perfectly even. Like that P, I got a little too close, but I'm not worried about it. We just want the general shape of it. And I got an itch. And like I said before, let whatever your dominant hand in is, make that be your cutter. So like I'm right-handed, and then use your other hand to guide your paper. And I really think it makes the cutting faster, and like I get a better result. All right, almost there. So again, doesn't take a ton of time. It just takes a little bit of patience. So there we've got our happy. Oh, I think I am gonna like this. So same but different. All right, now let's get in here and get this birthday done. Much easier to see. Yeah, Gail, I am surprised. I thought for sure you had already gotten that black and white paper. And I thought I was the only dum-dum that didn't realize that it was all black and white on the other side. Because, you know, you can see the fun, like, birthday or party prints. And even though it's right there in the catalog, you just don't pay attention that it's, oh, all of the patterns, just like the... You know, we've had the True Love, and I swear we had another one that was all black and white on the back. It's just easy to overlook. Okay. Boop. So yeah, tomorrow we'll do the next cards, and then I'll be back Thursday for my regular. Which reminds me to everybody, if you haven't voted yet for what you think my favorite stamp set is, I'm going to close that poll on Wednesday. And then I will pull the winner on Thursday when I do my live. And I said there would be a prize, and it's going to be something, I mean, it's just going to be something little. I think there's only been a handful of people that voted. And really it was just supposed to be something fun so you can see, like, get a look at some of the new stuff and then try to pick what you think would be my favorite. And really, if you don't know me, it's just a flat out guess. But that's okay. And more than one people can pick the same answer. If more than one, you know, if there's multiples that end up picking the right answer, I'm just going to put their names like on some scraps of paper and draw it live. Okay, so I like it. So we've got those pieces, and these I will use for something else. Let's put those away. So let's put our white on the inside. And if you were keeping this, you know, your cards for home, if you don't want to put the white on the inside, if you want to wait until you're ready to put the greeting in or whatever, that's up to you. All right. Now, you would think, let's put this on next. No, because I want to use some of these brads. So what we first have to do is put our little semicircles on. And I used a whole bunch of, in this case, I just used some of the, all my black dimensionals. And these are the tiny ones. I'm just trying to use these up. I use the regular size more often. So I use the small ones up whenever I can. It bothers me that we can't buy these separately. And I've asked for it and asked for it. Oh, speaking of things I've asked for and that they're finally doing, they are finally going to ship the holiday catalog and the new celebration catalogs together. Before, we would have to pay for 2 separate shippings if we wanted to have it come directly from Stampin' Up. And this time they're finally putting them together in one package. So I have to make my selections. I'm going to put faith in them in the Postal Service this time. I did not for the occasions catalogs. But I'm going to give it a go. I have to make those selections by the end of the month. So anybody who has placed an order with me in the last 6 months, you're going to get your set of catalogs. They should start shipping, I believe, in July, because both those catalogs go live August 1st. Now, here's the thing. The catalogs this year, we were supposed to be in a year of transition. Oop, oh, of course, all this is sticking to me. We were going to have, our minis were going to be January through June, and then July through December. And then we were going to have 2 celebrations, January, February, and July, August. Well, there's some situation, I don't know what's up, but the holiday catalog and the second celebration are pushed back a month. So they're going to have, it's still going to say July through December, but we're not going to get them, and you're not going to be able to order from them until August 1st. So, all right, so that's that. Now, I want these to kind of go this way, middle-ish. So I'm trying to use like my embossed bricks that I got straight and just make sure that's straight. And now I'm going to line this up with this. And I'm not worried if they're not exactly touching or perfect match because we're going to cover it up, remember? All right. And then I hear my husband's home complaining about the trash. They didn't take our trash. All right, so I want just a few little, I'm going to cut like a tiny one in half for those peas. And this is tricky. Oop. And And then the rest I'm going to use a little liquid glue, but first let me make sure I want to get this placement. Yep, I want it to be like that. So I'm going to stick the happy down, hold that for a minute so it stays, and then I will stick the birthday down. Man. Okay. Now if you had glue dots would be perfect too. Then you wouldn't have to hold anything down. You would just stick it down and be done with it. All right, eyeballing. That's it. All right, so let me hold this for a minute and have a sip of coffee. Okay, and then we will go the next one. I really am digging this with the black and the white with the words. All right, same thing. So I'm going to put a little tiny dimensional, the baby ones, under these bits that are sticking up. So I think I can get a whole one right here. And if that's, yep, that's hanging out a little bit. See that little, like, boop, sticking out? I'm just going to cut that right off. Okay. Because that, to me, that's going to show up too well against the black background. All right, and then one more here. Why does this want to stick to my fingernails? Okay. All right, and now again, we're going to do glue. Sometimes I prefer glue dots. Sometimes I'm happy with glue. All right, and then some eyeballing. And then holding in place. And then while I hold that, I will put all my dimensionals back. Okay, now for our brads, we want to add these. Like I said, with the tiny ones, I just want to pick out two of the skinny white ones. I remember before, years ago, we would, if we had different brads and sizes and colors like this container would be, it would have 4 dividers. So I kind of miss that, but we get what we get. All right. Now I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to do 2 and 1. So just taking a poker, and if you need a foam mat, like the thing that has the dye brush, I just held it and poked it. All right, and again, now I'll take the bottom of this poker and just smash that. Now, if you didn't want to use, I mean, you're going to have them in your kit, but if you wanted to make this yourself and you don't have these, just use whatever stick-on gems you have. The white opal rounds would be good. Regular rhinestones would be good. Anything, really. And if you wanted to keep it, you know, black and white, if you had, if you have some of those Nouveau drops, which are just like squeeze things, that would work. Okay, now I'm ready for gluing. Now I always prefer using glue on an embossed background, just because I think the tape, I don't trust it. It will lift. Plus, working around the backs of these brads, you don't have to worry about getting your tape hung up on it. Just put glue. Oops, something just fell. Okay, let me get that out of the way. So voila, there's our second set. I like them. I thought it would be a big difference putting the, having the happy and, flip-flopped, but I like both of them. And like I said, then you've got your envelopes. So let's bring in, so here's our 2 cards for today. Same. And then tomorrow we will do the other cards. And same thing, 11 o'clock. And we'll see, is Facebook going to let me see comments? We'll find out. All right, wish me luck with Best Buy. Going to get this monitor situated. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.